What actually happened, I broke my leg, and it was a fracture, and I was admitted to the hospital, and it was diagnosed in the hospital, in the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. Before that, I have no clue that I had hypertension or not. I have no idea at all. I had few episodes of headache and sometimes migraine, but I never linked it with hypertension.
I was first diagnosed about 12 years ago. It was first diagnosed in Liberia, that is in West Africa, by an Egyptian doctor. I went there for checking because I was experiencing, some blackouts and all of that. So he had this scanning machine, and so he scanned my heart, and he told me right there, because I was looking at my heart beating, and he told me that, hey, look, yeah, you have a problem with your heart.
You know, it's been a long story actually. I think it must have started around about 5 or 6 years ago. Right, I was going through a relationship issue, and I was splitting up with my partner and the mother of my son. So things were a bit rough for me at that time. So I had a gap between leaving the old job and getting a new one, and the pressure of leaving the area where I'm used to, come to a new place, new people and all that. So there's a lot of stress mounting up. But anyway, I think I must have fallen ill or something. I was feeling some headaches and stuff, so I decided to go and see my doctor, my GP. He was surprised when I came in with very high blood pressure. Like, whoa, and said, this is very, very high, you know. But I'm sure you must have been thinking or worrying about something. Go relax, stop worrying, just go, join the gym, and it should be all right.
The prescription of my medication was planned in the hospital, and since then it was never changed. So and this is what I was not sure whether it was the right drug or not.
So my GP put me on amlodipine, massive first step, but then my blood pressure was consistently high. My experience was that I was getting very tired once I do any physical activity. For example, running to catch a bus. And so that was what got into me. I said, oh, no, I have to really address this. So after the surgery, it improved a little bit, but then it returned to the same old story.
After the diagnosis, things has slightly changed, or I will rather say improved. The reason is because I know what I'm supposed to eat, or like I have to restrict my salt intake. Before, I used to eat lots and lots of so much of salt that it would have resulted in a stroke. But again, at least that had made a big, huge difference in my lifestyle. My father is diagnosed to have high blood pressure, and on top of it, he has also had 2 strokes. I can say that it will be running in the family. So I got it from my parents, and while I was speaking to my parents, they also mentioned that their parents, that is my grandfather, also used to have some sort of high blood pressure, and he used to eat lots and lots of salt, but that's I'm not sure whether it was formally being diagnosed that he had the blood pressure. But yes, he may have, according to the description of my father, and my father had it, now I have it, so definitely it runs in the family. So I presume that my children will also have it.
In August this year, when I saw an advert in the Evening Standard newspaper, calling for volunteers to participate in this AIM program. So once I saw it, I said, oh yeah, I need to try this.
As a medical doctor, I have to say that it's a great opportunity to take part in this study and basically to share this study with patients, because you can really build a close relationship with each one of the subjects. You really feel that they understand how important it is to control blood pressure and how important is to personalize their treatment in order to maximize the effects and also to minimize any side effects.
For every visit I go, it's always a new person. And then what happens is that when the new person sees the record and says, oh, high blood pressure, he starts the same test I went through the previous time, I go through all that test all over again, and the same medication that I've been on will be prescribed for me. And so repeatedly, like I've seen about 6 or 7 doctors, I thought this is not working. No, I'm not doing this anymore. So I left it. There are a few things that that helped me a lot with this MI. One, the team was very welcoming, very understanding, very accommodating, and you know what? They treated my my situation, the high blood pressure, with all the seriousness, care, and concern. Don't worry, just calm down. We'll. So I felt a lot at home. I felt a lot at peace. And most importantly, I felt that at least these are the people. They will have an history. They'll build up the history now, and then they'll be able to monitor and decide on the right medication for me.
Personalized medicine is that medication which actually suits the body of that individual.
I've been taking the medication since September, and believe me, I can tell you now that I feel very, very good. I really, really do. I mean, just a few minutes ago, we walked up the steps. It was like running. I was about to run, but because I was with your colleagues, I try to keep pace with them. But I mean, I'm just trying to say that, this is the very first trial of 2 drugs, because they're usually combination drugs, first trial, and it's like that those 2 drugs were just right for me, and I feel good, and I'm thankful for that.
You really have a daily experience, and they feel that they are really supported in this process. Overall, I have to say that this is a great opportunity, not just for patients, but also for the medical community.
This is a good program. This is a good project, and it is for the good of us. You got nothing to lose.
Study has given me more broader picture about my inside of the body, which cannot be seen by GP surgery. I will say that it's a very positive experience. You should always actually be involved in this trial, so that what is, first of all, is what is happening in your body, and second thing is what is best for you in the future. So is there something you can change for the future, which you will never know until you are a part of it.
For me, I mean, I would encourage anybody to be part of this program, because there is nothing for you to lose. You see, the process, especially the screening process, what you have the process of getting into the program, being recruited into the program, it's very open, and I mean, it's highly professional. Right from the reception, you are well treated. You are given everything. Everything is open book. There is nothing to hide. So I think it's worth a try. So I would advise anybody with hypertensive condition to give it a try, because it's hugely beneficial. You will not regret it.
If I call the doctor, it's going to be like, what's your date of birth again? Where are you from? Where do you live and all that? They don't know me. I felt that my team knew me, and they knew what they were talking about. So it was the best decision I made coming into AMI, to be honest with you, and it did help. It's still a bit high, but within the range that is acceptable by my doctors, and the AMI team. So in a way, everyone is happy, and I'm happy too. And I feel better. I feel a lot more relaxed, and I can even tell that I'm not as much as stressed, as worried about this pressure going up or whatever anymore. So yeah, it's gradually settling in now, and I'm feeling a lot better. Thank God I came to MI. It's 2 options. There is no in between in it. You either treat it or you don't. Now, if you want to, you need to treat it. You know that. You and I, my doctors, and everybody know I need to treat it. So there's no doubt about that. It has to happen if I want to live, and especially if I want to live a healthy life. So just get it treated. Just get it treated. Well, I think I said it, but I'll recommend for anyone not to hesitate. Do not hesitate. Don't think it twice, because I hesitated, and thank God I found MI. And it is working for me. It's the best thing. Thank you.